Alright, we are back with more Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So, we'll see how this goes tonight. We're currently in the Colosseum. So, just need to see how things are going to progress from here. We are going to be fighting at least one boss tonight. Sooner rather than later, I think. So, now that I got my tablet and everything set up, let us get going. Alright, so the completionist in me wants to go down and finish all that, but yeah, I think we will. What the hell? But we're gonna go this way this time. Owl Knight. Oh, cool. Well, that means we can go back to the entrance and take care of him up there. Whoa! Forgot about him. I don't know what's over here, so we'll see. Oh, right. Good thing I had Dark Metamorphosis on it. Okay, so that means that there's another room equal to this on the other side. Alright, let's do Dark Metamorphosis and head on out. So we don't get the Owl Knights again. Alright, I'm gonna try something. Since they seem to be resistant to cutting, because he's only taking 20 damage. Let's try the Holy Rod. See how that works. Yeah, see, he's taking 37 now. So they're resistant to cut, which means that you gotta use a club or something, you know? Alright. Let's go try that corner again. Okay, nope. That ain't happening. But I'm going to switch back to the Damascus sword for now. Back up we go. Alright, so yeah, we'll deal with this cinematic right now. Why? Aha! A library card. Yeah, okay. Here it is.
Who are you?
Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood. The scent of your blood.
You're a Belmont!
Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
Dark metamorphosis.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I like how the werewolf transforms back into a human.
A Belmont for certain. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Those weren't the bosses I was expecting. Alright, now we got our first kind of flying form. The annoying part being you have to hit both the left and right button. Only hit one, like you would transform, like you saw me transform into the wolf. But then the other one would be the bat. Now, what's a good Coliseum without a ticket booth? Now, there is something... I know one of the ceiling bits it's destructible. I just don't remember where it was. There. Not that I can get there yet, because you need the bat or the super jump, really, to get there. Alright, so that completes that area. Now... Alright, let's go across. And we're gonna finish out that one room, that box. And since we have access to an elevator, we'll just take that. The blood cloak. Dun dun dun. What does that do? Converts damage into hearts. So this is good if you're trying to keep your special weapon, your secondary weapon, charged up, because you need hearts to do it. But for right now, the drop in con, luck, and defense is not worth it. On another note, this is kind of disturbing. Okay. So we'll head over. Oh, I forgot about him. We'll get the save point. Right. Because I don't want to lose this progress. And from here, I think the easiest thing to do would be go back to Alrox's quarters, which is to the upper right from where we are now, and back into the clock area, and then there's that other option going out from the clock face. And this time I am going to actually take the stopwatch. Now, why am I taking the stopwatch? Because when we come down here, and I did mention this in another stream, but when you have, when you're in the clock room, I keep wanting to call it clock tower, but the clock tower is a completely different area. So down here, this side opens up and closes every minute. This side, however, will only open up if you have the stopwatch. Alucard shield, important distinction. Artifacts up. Alucard mail and Alucard sword. Alright. Why am I pointing these out? Okay, if we come down here, Alucard sword. It resembles the family sword. I'm going to equip it, even though it's not good as good right now. And the shield resembles family shield. And now resembles resist fire, lightning, ice, we don't know. Alright, so I put all three of those on. Earned a trophy. Because what they do, they change your name. We are now Alucard. So, you can order off the menu, or you can have things a la carte. But we're going to go back to where we were, because those are much better items. And we'll reorganize everything here. Alright, so where are we? There's really not a whole lot of places that we haven't been right now. And we need to be able to fly, so we need the Spirit of the Bat. The question is, where is the Spirit of the Bat? I do not remember. It might be in the clock tower. So, yeah, I think we'll head back there. And from now on, basically, those rooms are going to be empty, so. Stopwatches now become useless. Okay, we're almost at max health. Honestly, I'd rather have the diamond than the stopwatch. Not that I necessarily like the diamonds. I mean, it's cool in that it ricochets, for example. But I don't know. I've played so much. Nice. I've played with so many variants, you know, all the different weapons. I like the axe the best. It seems to be the most useful in my opinion. Okay, where am I? Why not? Gives us that lovely, lovely XP. 2. Okay. That was a weird reaction. I don't think I've ever seen do that before dying. And I knew it had to be around here somewhere. Got my axe back. More stuff to sell to the library. You guessed it, we gotta save. I want to try something. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I think if you have the next level of the wolf, you can do an attack when you rush across. And yes, we are going to go into the library because gotta sell that garnet we just got, and I think I have a couple other gems to sell him. But I also want to see what he has. Because his stuff always changes. Depending on where you are. Like, we got that magic scroll that showed up the last time. Well, that wasn't there before. So, you never know. Plus, you know, getting all these things dead is a nice boost. That was cutting it a little close, I must admit. Also, checking the enemies is not a bad thing either, because then we can see who all's on there. Like we discovered the Owl Knight, that they're not affected by swords so much as clubs. Well, that would be in there. This is a thornweed, but then when it grows, it gets ugly. It's a corpse weed then. So it is technically a different enemy. It's the completionist in
me. Young Master Alucard.
How about this?
Yeah, we got a few things to sell.
Thank you.
How about
what
this?
you got, bub? I got 3 library cards. I think that's good for right now. Oh, we could get the diamond plate. That would be real high on the defense. Okay, got one. There's the okay. So the magic scroll. still there. So, yeah, I think we'll be buying ourselves some diamond
Thank you.
fleets. And
How
what kind
about
of enemies
this?
we got? Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at the werewolf and the minotaur, the two that we just fought. Oh, wait, skeleton ape. Hurls wooden barrels. Haha. Owl. Oh yeah, the blue raven. What's different about the blue raven? Nothing. Okay. Oh, corpse weed. So that drops anti-venom and is weak versus fire. Alright. I don't think weak, strong versus cut isn't necessarily gonna do anything when it only has 18 hit points. Yeah, so strong versus cut, not weak versus anything. So, yeah, we'll need to go after them with the clubs and stuff. Spectral sword. That's the one in the cathedral. And then we have the poltergeist. Which I must have missed. Okay. Valhalla Knight. What? So they're weak versus holy. So if I was using the holy rod on them, they would have dropped a lot easier than what I had already done. Alright. Okay, so yeah, he's a boss. There's nothing special there. Same thing. Okay. Alright then. Let's equip our diamond. Go way up on our defense. And away we go. Worth a shot, though. Bringing all the XP out of this area. As I can, because why not? Nowhere near max level. About the clock tower is there 4 levers, and all 4 of them have to click in place, and basically you turn them by hitting them. And if they're all 4 of them are clicked, it opens. Why did I do that? It opens the door in one area. And I honestly do not remember what's in there. So, we're gonna see if we can do that without too much annoyance. Fine. And that's what the potions do. So I used it in place of the shield on my left hand, and that allowed me to just, when I hit the circle, that's what came up. I used that. And that's what all the use items do. It's not like I'm going to get 2 curses every time you come in here. At least, because some of the... I think the ectoplasm can actually drop an uncurse as well. Alright, where are we at? Teleporter. Okay, up to the save point. And a drink. And the dog has come to visit. Hello, Axel. Ah. Axel wants some ice. Alright. Back down we go. A felt hat. What does the felt hat do, I wonder? Lowers our int and our defense, so we're not going to use it. Even though the diamond does provide more protection, I'm going to go back to the mirror because we have Medusa heads in here.
Dark Metamorphosis! Dark Metamorphosis!
Alright, so this is where we start with the gears.
Dark Metamorphosis! Metamorphosis.
That was close. Ah, nuts. Got all right. There. That's the door on the left.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Okay, that clicked. The only other one is in the water now. There. Steel helm, gold plate, star flail. Okay, so the star flail, it does have a power to it, where you can do a move and a little star shoots out of it. Not good for what we're doing right now. Steel helm. Standard adventurer's helm. So our defense would go up by 1, but our int would drop by 3. And for the amount of magic that I tend to use, that's not really all that great. Silver plate, gold plate is 19. We're using diamond, which is 26. So it's good to have it, but it's not really going to help us right now. So that completes the clock tower. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember where the spirit of that is. There's one area. Okay, so we might as well go back to the entrance, really. Yeah, because in order to get even further down, we need to be able to fly to turn that thing on. We need to be able to fly to get up into the castle keep itself. And in the rest of the area in the clock tower, basically the dark blue areas, except for all the way on the left from the bell tower, that straight line to the left. We need a certain type of armor to get through that. Okay. Oh no, we need to go back to silly me. We need to go back to the library because there was the area where we defeated the demon that only Mist could get through, and now we can turn into Mist. So I'm gonna shortcut it because Medusa heads and harpies are really annoying. save point, which I need to go to anyway because I'm under 100 HP. And then down on the other side and see what is behind the mist area.
Dark metamorphosis. Dark metamorphosis.
And I need to find an axe at some point too, because I still have the, I lost it in the clock tower. Holy water.
Dark metamorphosis.
And I know I need to go down to get where I'm going, but these guys are just going to jump down at me anyway, so I might as well just take care of them up here, rather than have them swarm me later.
Dark metamorphosis. Dark metamorphosis.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that a lot.
Dark metamorphosis.
Down there. And the demon's not here anymore because he was technically a boss. And you only fight the bosses once. And these are now pots and everything. There we go. Aha! Soul of Bat. Which means I can now fly. But the way this works with any of the alternate forms is it costs magic to stay in that form. So you can do it, you know, and the more magic you have, obviously, the longer it can go. But you just have to be cognizant of the fact that you will run out of time.
Dark metamorphosis.
But I can now fly, which means I can now which I'm going to do right now. Because there's one right up here. Now, again, completionist. I'm going to fly across the top. Anti-venom. Potion. Fairy card. Okay. The fairy card is our first familiar. So the familiars, you only have one familiar active at a time, and you have to come in purposely turn them on and off. So we're going to turn the fairy on, because what she does is she will be able to use items for us. So like if we're running low on health during a battle, she'll be able to give us a potion. Or if the enemy is using fire against us, she'll be able to give us a resist fire potion. Now, that would be my dog sneezing. Now, the familiars all have levels, so they can get up to the maximum level of 99 and 99 XP. So it's and the higher their level, the more effective they are. So, and here we go. So there she is, Fairy level 1.
You've blessed me with life. I'm your servant.
And she's just gonna fly and follow us around. Yeah, there. Okay. And yes, now I'm getting XP for me and for her. I'm going to be more cognizant of doing this stuff the long way. I'm also gonna... So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back up to the clock tower area, and we're gonna fill in all that black or dark blue area, and there's also one bit off to the side in the upper right that there's a room in there we can explore. Alright, so I'm back here. You see, she's already up to 70 experience, just from what we did in the library here. So, she should level up pretty quick. It's when you have all of the, familiars, you have to kind of jump back and forth between them in order to get them leveled up. But when you only have the one, it's kind of easy. Now, where it always shows me when I reach a new level, it will not do that for the familiar. There, see? She just gave me an uncursed potion. And why not? She does not help you in battle. There are familiars that do. She does not. Yeah, that just leads over there. Yeah, there's the bat, the demon, the ghost, and the nose goblin. They will actually attack enemies for you. But the fairy and the other fairy, I say it like that because they're spelled two different ways. You are the only ones able to use items. So they use items, but they do not attack. I am jumping at the most inopportune moments. Save first. Because, hey, we got the fairy now. I'm not losing her. Trying to be fancy and screwed it right up. Okay. So now, change into that. Fly up here along the wall to this room. And what is this? Fire of bat. I'll show you what that is. You can now attack with that. And now I don't need to go all the way back up. Now I can fly. Haha. There we go. Now, obviously, the attack as the bat does not do near normal damage. But now I can come up here. Shaman Shield, Bakatawa, and Ice Mail. So let's take a look and see what those are. So, we'll start with... Oh, I didn't have the diamond plate on it anymore. Huh. So, strong versus ice-based attack. So, like, if I'm going up against the Frozen Shades, for example, I could wear this, and it would help with my defense. Why didn't I put the diamond plate back on? I have no idea. Okay, the Shaman Shield. Shield used in magic ritual. I remember being able to do something with this, but it's giving me more defense, so I'm going to use it. And Bakatawa, plain easy to use war sword. So, not really, since I have the Damascus sword. Now, no, if I didn't have the Damascus sword, this would be a very good one to have. But I have it, so. Alright, so let's fill in some of these areas, shall we? And yes, there's a roof. And this is the other entrance to the clock tower. I find it funny that the bat still has the sword on his side. And you'll notice the inside of the wings are kind of weird looking. The inside of the wings are whatever cloak you're wearing. It's the color of the cloak. So in this case, I have the half invisible cloak on, so it kind of looks a little goofy. There we go. So now we go back. I'm not going to do anything with the castle keep just yet. There's plenty of other things we can worry about. The main thing I want to do, really, is I want to go back to the entrance. Because back at the entrance is where the Owl Knight is, but there's that whole up area over there, and there's also one area above where the mermen are that we couldn't get to before. So we're going to go back and use the teleporter for that. There's some good music, though. And before we teleport, we're going to save. Get that XP. Alright. In we go. And we're going to the horse. Lion is the keep. Goat is Olorx. Oh, yeah. We'll come back here. Because there's that whole passage up that we need to do in Olrox's quarters. But that's a boss fight up in there. So, well, there is a boss fight up in there. But I want to do some completionist stuff over here first.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Like this. Not much, but every little bit helps. And I'd already gotten in there. And I know there's a pack behind me, so I might as well just wait. Oh. Never mind. Okay, back over here, and this is where we got the room up above. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Remember, I won't get that again. Always got a save point. But it's good because there wasn't a convenient save point around here before. Holy Mail. So what does the Holy Mail do? Strong versus holy attacks. Now, you may think to yourself, you're fighting undead monsters. How would any of them have holy attacks? Well, some of them do. Depends on, well, backstory more than anything else. But, you know, we're not going to use it right now. However, since we are going to be going up against the Owl Knight, we'll switch over to the Star Flail. And if I remember right, There is a way to activate something on it that I don't know. Alright, don't take that. That's only water. Hey, Flynn Rider, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope whatever profile picture you have got the nose right. My kid's favorite. So. Okay. How about our kid? How's that sound? Okay, now that we're over here, and I can fly, I can go up and see what's up here. Wolf stuff, that's what's up. Alright, Power of the Wolf. That's the one that's going to let me do a special attack. Now, go with that. And money and hearts. Very nice. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. Come on, Wolf. You know you want to do this. Oh, maybe I need the third. Eh, whatever. Okay, let me switch back to my sword because that moves faster and it's a little bit better. Yep, that's the fairy. Just got that little bit ago. And well, we see. What level is she at right now? Oh, she's already up to level 4. Wow.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Okay, we're being compulsions right now. Since I can fly, I can fill in a bunch of different parts of the map. Seriously, I missed one little square over there. Okay, I'm doing it right now. We'll go back to that later. Alright, down to the merman. There's stuff over here I need to fill in too. Alright, where are we at? So I need to go to the right. No, she does. In fact, the fairy, if we look over here, we have a bunch of different things. So, like, she can use these potions on me So, like, in the library previously, I had gotten cursed. She immediately gave me an uncursed potion. But then there are some things, and I struggle. Oh, here, like the hammer. You see, familiar use only. She's the only one that can use that. I can't. I cannot use that, which is why it's X'd out. But if I get hit by, if I get stoned, not that way, like by a Medusa head and turned into a statue, she can hit me with this and break me out of it. And it's not just cheese. It's delicious cheese. Well, yeah, that's why we got all the food. In case you get the munchies. Alright, we're in the waterfall, which means toadstool. Now I can fly up here, and there's another room at the top. Eventually. There we go. Herald Shield. And the Herald Shield. Shield with Heart Crest. Really no different than the Shaman Shield we're using right now. Except for later. There's stuff that we can do with each of these different shields. But I don't have the correct equipment for that just yet. But me hitting this button and that ape showing up by that bridge. No, I've never actually played Diablo. I don't know why. It must have missed me somehow. I'm not sure. I really don't know. See if I can ride down here. There we go. Secret boots. This is them just being funny. Discreetly increases height. All right. If I was to put these on, it would literally change Alucard's height by like 2 pixels. It's just them being silly. So we're gonna head back up to the top of the waterfall here. Cat. Pardon me while I kill amphibians. Alright, so the skeletal ape has appeared over here. He wasn't there before. So what that means is if I come this way, and I leave and come back, he's over here somewhere. There. So basically I have to lure him back this way so that when he throws that barrel, he's got to break this wooden bridge. And it didn't work. do it all over
Dark
again.
metamorphosis.
Nuts. It's all about timing.
Dark metamorphosis.
And making sure the frogs are. Come on. Throw it at me. Come on. Right here. There we go. Alright, so that opens up a new area. Now, I'm not going to go there right now. I'm actually going to go and finish a little bit more over here to the right. Actually, no. I want to at least activate something in the abandoned pit to the catacombs. There we go. Always good to have a save point when you just discover a new area. So where am I at? I'm there. Okay. Nuts. I'm pretty sure that inside this mouth is a boss fight waiting for me. That should be a clue right there of what I'm about to face. Here we go. Cerberus, three-headed dog. And what's... Okay. So you see that gold plate up in the upper right? If I had one of the other familiars, the demon or the nose goblin, don't ask, they could go over there and push that switch. So right now I can't do anything about it, but when that switch is pushed, this right here opens up and you get another area over there. Yeah, it's a Japanese thing. It's like the demon, just looks goofier. I'm here. Well, she's annoying. Whoa! Didn't mean to jump all the way down there. Okay. Gremlins. Don't look like Gizmo. all this. What do we have here? Oh, look, the demon card. Remember what I was just saying about that switch? Level 6. Okay, I think we can switch over to the demon for right now. Get him some experience. Not gonna say anything. Okay, this is what I was hoping to activate. It's a teleporter. So now I can go back up to any of the other yellow boxes. I can fill stuff in. So, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Actually, let me just go for a ride, just to make sure it's fully activated. Well, I don't necessarily have to train them so much. Is when I get XP from killing things, they also get XP. So, like if you look here, so I haven't killed anything since I turned the demon on, so he doesn't have any experience. But the fairy has been on for a while now, and every kill gets experience, so they level up, and they can get up to level 99. So I killed him. So now the fairy the demon got 6 experience out of that one kill. And it gets to the point where if you're so far above whatever you're killing, it's very, very few experience for them. But right now, it's fine. Fly up here so we can get that activated for him. Oh, you saw how he dashed over? The demon can attack things. Alright, let's head over here.
There's a switch. Perhaps I should press it.
Yes, perhaps. Press the shiny button. Oh. There we go. Ring of Ares. Okay. So, the Ring of Ares confers the strength of 24 men. But it also reduces our defense to practically nothing. So, we, could have a really, really strong attack. Oh, there's half-naked chicks throughout this place. Just you wait. But it's however, there's all the peanuts. So the peanuts is something I've never been able to get to work properly, at least for me. So difficult to eat. In other words, unlike the other food where it just shows up and you grab it and eat it, the peanuts you throw into the air and have to catch them in your mouth. I've never been able to do that. This game is almost 30 years old. I've never been able to do that. And then we have the barley tea and the power of sire. So it's supposed to look like an image of Dracula. Alright, got that reorganized. And where are we at? Yeah, the thing about this is, like, the area we're at now, towards the bottom, it's symmetrical. So I knew there had to be a room here because there was a room here on the other side. Speaking of the other side, that's where we're going back to. Here we go. Oh, shield will do it. No, she gave me $50. There we go. Good deal. What level is he at now, anyway? So he's already at level 2. For all the killing that we've done. Alright. Back through here. Remember half-naked women? They're holding up the platforms here. Alright, drop down. Save. Okay, now we're gonna go fill in another hole. Before I go up there, gotta save again. Alright, now that I can fly back up this shaft, which has nothing in it, is, before I just fell straight through. But there is something over here on the right. that I need to go to. Claymore. Alright. So it's a two-handed sword, and my defense will drop because I won't be able to have a shield, but that's a pretty decent attack. I think we'll go with that for right now. Slow, but not bad. Alright, a meal ticket is interesting. So, essentially what happens is when you use a meal ticket, a random food item appears, and you're able to put that in your inventory. And I've not really something I want to bother with right now, but it's a nice thing to have. You know, it's basically backup. Alright, so I got two choices here. And that's not the one I want to go for right now. I want to go for this one. So this is your standard save point. And then this other one is some Alucard backstory. A nightmare.
Mother!
Alucard, is that you?
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard, stay away!
Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I gladly surrender my life.
No! I won't let this happen!
It's too late. Just stay with me. Hear my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
Humans. You cannot live with them. You can only hate them, do them harm.
What?
Theirs is such a hard lot. Release them from their pain. Begin with the ones who killed me.
No, it wasn't like this.
Alucard, what's wrong?
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? I am your mother. Do as I say. Release them. Kill them.
No, you are not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Strong enough to break my spell, hmm? I like that.
You deserve worse than death for this, demon.
Then give it to me, little boy. Don't be shy.
Yeah, get her, demon. Yeah, it's one of those half-naked women I was talking about.
Darkling, I smell your blood, your hunger. That strength, that beauty. You really are the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait! I beg of you!
A gold ring. What does the gold ring say? Wear clock. Interesting, don't you think? And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to save again, because I don't want to have to do that again. Alright, I think we're going to keep going up, and we're going to go back, because there's that shaft directly up from the clock face that we can now get to, because we can fly. And these are now all empty, so no point in breaking them. Yeah, well, for a PlayStation 1 game, they got some pretty decent graphics on the female form, I gotta admit. Stairs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't double jump before, so I didn't get that. And there are plenty of places in here now that I can get to that I couldn't before, since I can now fly. That's the nice thing about this game, is it gives you... Okay, you have these areas that you can get to right now, but then later on you come back and more things open up. No, I don't want the diamond. Room, and up we go. What was what? Oh, the little guy? That's known as a flea man. It's yeah, it's a flea man. So they're annoying, is what they are. Okay, so relics. We now have the gravity boots. What does the gravity boots do? Jump high. How high? I'll show you. Like that. Potion, hammer, life apple. Okay, so a life apple is another thing that the fairy can use. So, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that it's, oh, you're about to die, the fairy can use the life apple on you, and then you keep fighting. Alright, where are we at? Yeah, I really... I want to go through all Lorax's quarters right now. Okay, so we'll head back to the Colosseum, because there's an area in the Colosseum that I had not. Really? Right. Oh, actually, no. What I can do... Oh, thank you. I appreciate you opening for me. So like I said, we're going back to the Colosseum. Because there was the one area on the very top I could not get to. Let's see if we can take down the poltergeist while we're at it. Yep. Okay, so we need to go left. Up. Past the ticket booth. I had previously made this hole in the ceiling. Come on. There we go. And look. Okay, you ready?
You're my master? Not much of a looker, are ya? Well, we can't all be perfect. Off we go! Woo!
Fun guy. Alright, so that finishes that bit. Alright, let's... Okay, so we can go down and around. I do need to do the one room down here that I hadn't gotten to yet. But first, we save. Let's see what we can do. There we go. I think that was worth it. Alright, so now we have the shield rod. Now the shield rod can do some fun stuff. Alright, so let's go and equip our shield rod and a shield. Kinda makes sense, doesn't it? So let's do the Herald Shield, just for an example. So now, if I hit my right hand, shield rod. By my left hand, shield. If I hit them both together, more half-naked women. So she granted me protection from fire and protection from thunder. Each shield has its own property like that. So the Knight Shield, horse, defense up. And they're all like that. Alright, so I'm over here by the cathedral. So we can go back down and around and finish the... I don't want that. And finish the cathedral off, map-wise anyway. Because there were certain areas I couldn't get with the... couldn't get certain places without being able to fly, so we're going to have to head back and finish that up. There we go. Now, I was able to get up here. But there were certain things, like in here. Yeah, this is the one I was able to get to. Really? That's still not finished? This is me being a completionist. I have to get in every corner here. There we go. There we go. Just follow him down. I'd be happy with that. Hey, we might be able to even do a two-player game. Okay, so there was one of these that I wasn't able to get to. I think it's this one. No, that one. There we go. The Ankh of Life. Improves heal item power. Okay, so if I'm wearing this, and let's say a potion, for example, heals 50 points, this would maybe make it 60. I don't know. Alright, so that does that. And what else? Oh, over here. Now, is Diablo strictly a computer game, or is it on console as well? Because if I can get it on PlayStation, I can play it. My laptop isn't all that up to snuff as far as computer gaming goes. Or computer gaming and streaming, I should say. Okay, I'll take a look. See? Alright, now I'm going to head back over here, and this is where I had fought the first boss. And there was a whole area. If you go onto PlayStation.com and look and see if it's available, I mean that's really the easiest way. Here. There's a room up here I was able to get to. That card. Another familiar. He's level 2, he's level 3, she's level 6. What the hell is this? I don't know, to be honest. Okay, where am I at? Oh, there's another area that I want to get to. Yeah, I'm not sure what ROJ is. Oh yeah, I want to go down there. Done. So there's another area in the big part of the alchemy laboratory here, which you can only get to by flying. And that will be here. Okay, so this is interesting, because this is every single secondary weapon you can get in the game. You have I don't know the exact name of it, but it's a lightning generator. Basically, you throw energy and it turns into lightning bolts. You have the diamond, which bounces off stuff. You have the cross, which is a massively powerful one, but costs 100 hearts to use. Then you have the book, which just swirls around you. And you have the axe, which I have now. Oh, the dagger's not here. That's interesting. Skill of the Wolf, that's the one. That allows me to do my mad dash as a dog. Okay, so now I'm up here. I had to face that. Okay. Alright, so I think for right now, the next thing to do really would be go up into Olorox's quarters, which is in the upper 3/4 of the map there. If you see that yellow square right in the center of the map, and then there's the area above that, that's Olorox's quarters. So there's another boss fight up there, there's more stuff to do and get up there, but It is getting kind of on the late side, and I've had pesky dogs asking for their Kongs. So I am going to go, and I'm going to go to the save at the entrance, and I'm going to set myself up for the next time I play, which I believe will be on Sunday. And you hear that bing? That's the bat realizing, oh, I can attack things. Alright, bat, go get him. He's not bad. I mean, 10 points is respectable. Filled everything in there. Yep. So we're going to go to the save point down here, and then I'm going to call it a night. And there we go. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I think I had one real person tonight, and it's one of my most favorite people in the world, which is wonderful. So, we will continue Castlevania another time. Like I said, probably Sunday. I know that's when the kid works again. So, thank you again for joining me. I hope everyone had a good time, and we'll see you next time.